Welcome back to Travel with Sannan bin Mansoor. Here is an exciting news from Canada. Buckle up your seats and be ready for the great news ever. It will be your golden ticket to live and work in Canada. Before we get started, if you're new on my channel, don't forget to subscribe the channel for latest immigration updates. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and if you want to chat with me, you can approach me on WhatsApp too. So let's let it start. Canada is launching 2 new home care worker immigration pilot programs on March 31st, 2025, to replace the previous caregiver pilots that ended in 2024. These new programs provide permanent residency upon arrival for eligible caregivers and their families, making the immigration process easier and more straightforward. Key features of the new pilots. Pathway to permanent residence. Caregivers will have a direct way to obtain PR upon arrival in Canada. Work requirement. Applicants must have relevant caregiving work experience. Details are yet to be fully announced. Job offer. A full-time job offer from a Canadian employer in home care is required. Language and education. Applicants must meet English or French language requirements and hold a Canadian high school diploma or equivalent. Eligible occupations. Home child care provider, NOC 44100, providing child care in private homes. Home support worker, NOC 44101, assisting seniors and persons with disabilities in private homes. Why is Canada introducing these pilots? Canada faces a growing demand for caregivers due to its aging population and increasing child care needs. The new pilot programs aim to attract skilled caregivers to fill labor shortages while offering a clear pathway to permanent residency. Next steps for applicants. Stay updated. The government will release more details before the March 31st, 2025 launch. Prepare documents. Gather proof of work experience, language test results, and educational credentials. Secure a job offer. Begin searching for approved employers willing to hire foreign caregivers under the new program. How to apply for Canada's new home care worker immigration pilots, starting March 31st, 2025. The home care worker immigration pilots offer a direct pathway to permanent residency, PR, for eligible caregivers and their families. Below are the steps to apply and settle in Canada under these programs. Step 1. Check eligibility. Before applying, ensure you meet the following requirements. Job offer. Secure a full-time job offer from a Canadian employer in home care, child care or senior care. Work experience. Must have recent and relevant caregiving experience. Details to be confirmed by IRCC. Education. Have a Canadian high school diploma or an equivalent foreign diploma. Language proficiency. Demonstrate English or French proficiency, most likely CLB 5 or higher. Step 2. Secure a job offer. Start looking for approved Canadian employers who need home care workers. Use job portals like Job Bank Canada, LinkedIn, Indeed Canada. Specialized caregiver recruitment agencies. Tip: employers may need a labor market impact assessment, LMIA, to hire a foreign worker. Step 3. Submit your application. Applications will be submitted to Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. You must submit job offer letter from a verified employer. Proof of work experience, e.g., reference letters, contracts, or pay stubs. Language test results, e.g., IELTS, CELPIP, TEF for French. Educational credential assessment, ECA, if your diploma is from outside Canada. Medical and police clearance certificates. Application forms and fees. Details will be available on the IRCC website before March 31st, 2025. Step 4. Move to Canada and start working. If approved, you will receive a work permit, if required, and permanent residency. Travel to Canada and start working for your designated employer. Spouses and children may also receive PR and work study permits. Step 5. Settle in Canada. After arrival, here's how you can settle easily. Find housing. Use websites like realtor.ca, Kijiji, or Facebook Marketplace to find rentals. Open a bank account. Major banks like RBC, TD, and Scotiabank offer newcomer packages. Healthcare registration. Apply for public health insurance in your province, OHIP in Ontario, MSP in BC, etc. Enroll children in school. Public education is free for PR holders. Get a SIN, social insurance number required for working in Canada. Apply at Service Canada. Next steps and updates. Mark your calendar. Applications open on March 31st, 2025. Prepare documents in advance. Avoid delays by gathering all required paperwork. Check IRCC announcements. Follow IRCC for updates. Document preparation 1. Job offer from a Canadian employer. What you need: a full-time, valid job offer from a Canadian employer in home care, child care or senior care. How to get it? Apply through Job Bank Canada, Indeed, LinkedIn, and caregiver agencies. Ensure your employer is willing to support your application and provide the required documentation. The employer may need a Labour Market Impact Assessment, LMIA tip. Ensure your job offer includes salary, job duties, work hours, and employer details too. Proof of work experience. What you need: reference letters from past employers stating your job title, duties, and work duration. Payslips, contracts, or tax documents to prove employment. If self-employed, client reference letters, invoices, and receipts. How to get it? Contact past employers and request detailed reference letters. Gather payslips, contracts, or employment record tip. Ensure your experience aligns with NOC 44100, Home Child Care Provider, or NOC 44101, Home Support Worker. 3. Language Proficiency Test. What you need: proof of English or French proficiency at CLB 5 or higher. Accepted tests: IELTS General Training, English, minimum listening, 5, reading, 4, writing, 5, speaking, 5, CELPIP General, English, minimum 5 in each skill. TEF Canada, TCF Canada, French, minimum equivalent to CLB 5-4. Education Credential Assessment, ECA. What you need: a Canadian high school diploma or equivalent foreign diploma assessed by an authorized agency. Accepted ECA providers: WES World Education Services ICAS International Credential Assessment Service, ECAS International Qualifications Assessment Service, CES Comparative Education Service. How to get it: submit scanned copies of your transcripts and diplomas to an approved ECA provider. Processing time varies, 4 to 12 weeks, so apply early. 5. Medical examination and police clearance. Medical exam required to prove you are in good health. Book an IRCC approved doctor, find one here. The doctor will send the results directly to IRCC. Police clearance required from every country where you have lived for 6+ months since age 18. Apply for a police certificate from your home country and any other country you have lived in. Check IRCC's guide on police certificates. 6. Proof of funds if required. What you need: some applicants may need to show bank statements to prove financial stability. How to get it: request official bank statements from the past 6 months. Ensure funds meet the IRCC minimum requirement if applicable to your case. If you have a valid job offer, proof of funds may not be required. 7. Application forms and fees. Application forms. IRCC will release updated forms closer to March 31, 2025 on IRCC's website. Forms will likely include IMM 0008, generic application form for Canada, and others. Fees. PR application fee, $1,365 Canadian dollars per adult applicant. Biometric fee, $85 Canadian dollars per applicant. Dependent children, $230 Canadian dollars per child. Payment is made online through IRCC's website. Final thoughts. The new home care worker immigration pilot provides an easier pathway to permanent residency for caregivers and their families. By securing a full-time job offer, preparing the necessary documents, and applying through IRCC, you can achieve a stable and successful future in Canada. Thank you for watching Travel with Sannan bin Mansoor.